everyone, welcome to my channel Chemistry with History. In this video series, we are going to start solving questions which are asked in CSIR NET December 2019 question paper. In this video, we are going to start from part A section, which is an aptitude section. So let's begin with that. So the first question given here is, the 7 chair numbers 1 to 7 are placed around a round table. There is a round table around which 7 chairs are placed. Okay, 7 chairs around round table. Starting from chair number 5, we have to start from chair number 5. A person keeps going around the table anti-clockwise way. This is what? Anti-clockwise way, and this is what? Clockwise way. So we have to go anti-clockwise way around this table. After crossing 41 chairs, we have to cross 41 chairs. After crossing 41 chairs means what? We have to see which is the chair number 42. After crossing 41 chairs, the person will reach the chair number. So here we have to determine which will be the 42 chair number. We have to start from chair number 5. We have to go anti-clockwise way. This we can do by manually, like counting the chairs anti-clockwise way, and where will be the 42 chair number come, that will be our answer. Or the another method is we can use the table of 7. Like there are 7 chairs. So after first 7 crossing, what will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Person is here. After completing 7 crossing, it is at chair number 5. It is at chair number 5. So further 7 crossing means what? After 14 chair crossing, it will be again on chair number 5. After 21, it will be again on chair number 5. After 28, it will be again at chair number 5. After 35, it will be again on the chair number 5. After 42 chair or after 41 chair crossing, it will be at 42 number chair, and that is what? Chair number 5. So what is our correct answer? Our correct answer is chair number 5, which is an option 3. So in this way we can solve this given question. Or another method is manually counting the chairs, like 1, 2, 3, 41, 42. So after crossing 41 chair, the person will be at 42 chair, and that chair is what? Chair number 5. So our correct answer is option number 3. That is chair number 5 is our correct answer. Here the next question is, a girl is running at a constant speed to catch a bus which is stationary. Before she reaches the bus leaves and moves with a constant acceleration. Which one of these graphs describe the situation correctly? Here the 4 options are given and we have to describe the situation graphically. यहाँ पे सिर्फ हमको ग्राफ का नॉलेज होने से ये क्वेश्चन हम लोग इजीली सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. तो पहले क्या दिया है हमको? गर्ल इज रनिंग एट अ कांस्टेंट स्पीड. सो लेट्स सॉल्व दिस गिवन क्वेश्चन विद द एलिमिनेशन मेथड. हम लोग 4 ऑप्शंस देख के एक एक ऑप्शन एलिमिनेट करते जाएंगे और हमारा आंसर हमको मिल जाएगा. तो पहले क्या दिया है? गर्ल इज रनिंग एट अ कांस्टेंट स्पीड. सो इन दिस ग्राफ, दिस इज व्हाट? स्पीड, and this is what? Time. Okay, so first graph, the graph for the girl is what? Constant with respect to time. In the second graph also, the speed of girl is constant with respect to time. On the other hand, in the third and fourth option, the speed of girl is increases with respect to time. Okay, here the speed of girl is not constant, it is going on increasing. Here also the same case, the speed of girl is increasing with respect to time. So these 2 options are not true, because initially what given to us is the girl is running at a constant speed. Girl was running with a constant speed. Girl का speed constant है. So बचे सिर्फ दो option, either first option or second option. Okay, these two can be correct. So we will read next thing. What is that? The girl was running at a constant speed to catch a bus which is what? Stationary. And before that girl reaches the bus leaves and moves with a constant acceleration. So in this first graph, what is happening? We are observing the speed for bus initially. Okay? But what is given in this situation? The bus was stationary beginning. In the beginning, the bus was stationary. It was not moving at all. The bus was not having any speed. So that's why this graph is what? Not true. Because in the beginning, they are showing certain speed with respect to time to the bus. Okay? So that's why this is not true. This option is true because after certain interval of time, the bus starts to move with a constant acceleration. This is what our correct answer. Option number 2 is our correct answer. Why? Because here the speed of girl is constant. Okay? And the bus is moving with a constant acceleration. Okay? So that's why option number 2 is our correct answer. The next question is, there are 9 identical balls, one of which is heavier than the other 8. What is the least number of wings using a 2-pan balance needed for definitely identifying the heavier ball? Here हमको क्या दिया है? यहाँ पे 9 balls दिए हैं. There are total 9 balls, out of which one ball is what? Heavier, and other 8 are of the same weight. So what we have to do here is we have to determine this heavier ball by doing least amount of wings. So here what I am going to do is I am going to distribute these into the group of 3 balls. 3, 3 and 3. Okay. Next I am going to do is taking a 2-pan balance. Okay. Put these 3 and 3 here. If their weight comes same, then we can say that the heavier ball is present here in this pack of 3 balls. Okay. On the other hand, what is other possibility? This is one possibility, that the weights of those will come same. The other possibility is what? Here is what? The heavy ball. So there are 2 possibilities for the weighing. Okay. If these 6 I have taken here, if the weighing comes same, the balance remains equal, then I can say that the heavier ball is present here. Okay. So this is first set of weighing. This is my first set of weighing. In next step, what I will do in the second weighing, I will distribute these 3 balls in 1, 1 and 1. And similarly, weigh it on the weighing balance. Taking these 2 balls, 1, 1. If the balance is in the same level, we can say that this is what our heavier ball. If one ball is here and other ball is here, then we can say that this is what? The pan became uneven. The downward ball will be what? The heavier ball. This will be what? Our heavier ball. So by doing only 2 weighings, I can find out the heavier ball. When this is the possibility. If the possibility is different in this way, what I can do? I can distribute these 3 balls into 1, 1, 1 and repeat the second weighing in this similar way. Okay. So here also what I have did is only 2 weighings. 2 बार only weigh करके मुझे heavier ball पता चल गया. So that was asked in the given problem. So only by doing 2 wings I am getting the heavier ball. Okay, so our answer is what? 2. The next question is, we have to determine the next sequence figure for this given sequence. Here what is happening? Consider this given figure. In this figure there are 4 things. One is the alphabet, another one is the dot, third one is the arrow, and fourth one is the line present on the arrow. So what we have to consider here is position of alphabets, how they are moving. Second is position of dot, position of dots present in the given figure. Third one is the direction of arrow and lines on arrow. Okay, there are 4 things which we have to consider in order to find out the next sequence here. Okay, so first of all consider these 2 figures. First thing is what? Position of alphabet. What is happening to the position of alphabet? Here A, B, C, D are present in the anti-clockwise way. Next, in the next figure what is happening? A is shifted to the left, right. A is shifted to this side. It is what? Anti-clockwise way. So the alphabet getting shifted to the anti-clockwise way. B is shifted here. B is shifted here anti-clockwise. C is shifted here anti-clockwise. D is shifted here. So the alphabets are going anti-clockwise way. Okay, in the next diagram you can see A position is going here. A is moving to this position. So in the next diagram what will happen? I will write this here. Okay, A will be here, B will be here, C will be here, and D will be here. This will be our sequence answer, in which A, B, C, D will be in this way. We have to see next thing, position of dot. Here what is happening to the position of dot? Dot is present in this way. In the next it is moving to the right hand side. So this is what? Clockwise way. Again in the next diagram it is going to the clockwise way. So in the next diagram what will happen? It will be here. So the dot is moving clockwise way. Clockwise way here. Okay. Next is direction of arrow. What is happening to the direction of arrow? You can see here. Here the direction of arrow is in this way and one line is there. Direction of arrow and presence of line on the arrow. In the next diagram, the arrow is flipping and the lines on the arrow has been increased. There are 2 lines now. In the next diagram, again the arrow got flipped and only 1 line. So what will be the answer sequence? The arrow will get flip again and line will get increased. So there will be 2 lines. So this is what our answer. Matching our answer to the given options, we can see that option number 3 is the correct answer. The next question is, a move of a coin is defined as crossing any number of points in a straight line on 4x4 grid. 4x4 grid, horizontally, vertically or diagonally. What is the least number of moves in which a coin starting from the indicated position can cover all the 9 points within the marked square? यहाँ पे हमको क्या पूछा गया है? ये विदिन द मार्क स्क्वायर में ये जो 9 पॉइंट्स है ये हमको कवर करने हैं. वी कैन यूज दिस 4x4 ग्रिड in order to cover all the 9 points, but the condition is we have to start from this marked position. So this is very logical question. This question we have to determine the least number of moves with which we can cover the all 9 points. So let's start from this point. I will move this coin in this way. One move, second move, third move, fourth move and fifth move. So here I have done 5 बार replace किया coin को and I have covered all the 9 points. This is the one way. The another way is what? The other way is what? What we can do is we can start from this position. We can move the coin 1, then 2, then 3 and then 4. So here I have done 4 moves. Okay, I have done 4 moves and I have touched all the 9 points. I have touched all the 9 points. So what is asked to solve? What is asked? Least number of moves. So what is the answer? 4 moves. With the help of 4 moves only, we can cover all the 9 points within the mark square by using the 4x4 grid. Okay, there was 2 possibilities, but we have asked to find out least number of moves. So this is what our correct answer. Number of moves will be 4. If you like this video, please press like button. If you have any doubts regarding the question, please leave them in the comment section and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.